Hi there, it's me again. I wanted to just show you, I'm not going to demo this, I'm just going to tell you about this card that I made for my husband. And I'll zoom it in here so you can see the sentiment, my husband, my love. And also, this is one of those cards where I'm going to show you the inside. And you can see the sentiment here. Okay, so what did I use to do this? Well, I started with a regular 8.5 by 11 greeting card that I got from printonit.com. These are pre-scored, and I use them a lot when I'm just doing cards with software like the one I used here, which is the Hallmark Card Studio Deluxe 2010. I had the 2009 version and it would work just as well. 2010 has a few new tweaks and of course more clip art and graphics and stuff, so it's a great program. Highly recommend it, especially for those of you who are wondering about what to put on the inside of all the cards that we make. The Cricut cutout for my card is from the new Love Struck Spring Collection, Love Struck 2010. And I'm just going to show you the overlay here, but I used, on the top row, I used the third one in for the top layer, and then how these work is you have a top layer of your cutout, and then the second row is the shadow, or the second layer, and then the third row is another set, and then under that, all the way up to this one is also a shadow of the ones right above it. And then this is kind of a cool cartridge. You have Kiss, Sweetie, and it prints out Valentine, Love, Flirt, and there are some 3D figures and boxes you can make. So it was worth I think I paid like $19 for this. Got it on sale. So I used just a plain purple cardstock, and then I can't remember what pack this is from, but I'm not sure whether you can tell, but it's a sparkly paper from a matte stack. And then for this background paper, this was from Die Cuts with a View, Indian Summer Fall Matte Stack. Some really nice papers in here. I really liked it. This one that I used was towards the back. I was looking for something not so frilly that had black in it, and then I just embellished it with this black ribbon with the white dashes, which I really like a lot. And at the very end, I used the stickles to enhance the hearts. So I thought it came out pretty nice, and I'm not showing it to my husband, of course. But the main thing I wanted to show you was you can use software like Print Shop or Card Studio to start your cards, and whether they be a full-size greeting card or a small one, and you can get really creative with it. I used a ivory granite, I think it's like a 20-pound paper for the inside liner. And the nice thing about this is that this actually, you know, if you go into Hallmark, there's a card there. You can choose a card, and then when you go into what's called, I think it's called Art Studio, you click on that, and then you can change and modify the card. So basically what I did here was there was a background and a layer on the front part of the card, and I took everything off except for this sentiment, my husband, my love, and I think I changed the lettering to the purple color. And so then when you send it through your inkjet printer or whatever printer, you're just going to print on that one side, and then you can embellish and do whatever you want to with the rest of it. But the nice part is you do get also a sentiment, so you can choose from, you know, like hundreds of different card sentiments for holidays or whatever, and that can become your inside liner. And then you do have an option in their software to either display the logo or not display the logo. Normally, I have my own logo that I put down here, and I just didn't do it on this card. But you can make up your own little handcrafted by me and your name, and put a little graphic or something back there. So the last thing that I do is I usually create a matching envelope for my card through using the Card Studio. And I love that feature. This one in particular, I put my husband's name on it. I picked a heart graphic that had the coordinating colors, the black and the purplish, to match my card. And then I use the stickles to go around the outside of the card. Give it just a little bling, since I'm handing it to him. But what I love, and what I do for cards that I send through the mail, any card that I'm doing, I will use Card Studio for the envelope because I have my address book in there, and that's a great feature. It has address book, and you can click on, who you're sending it to, and it will populate, their name and the address, and then you have your return address, and then, like I said, you can coordinate your envelope with your card, and then run it right through your printer. I've done that with a Lexmark printer, with my HP that I had, and then currently I have the Canon MP640, which I totally love, and I actually run the card through the back or the rear cassette. What I love about this printer is it has a cassette, a paper cassette that's at the bottom. That's like its main paper tray, but you also have a rear tray. So I can have, like my regular paper in the bottom, and then specialty papers, photos, envelopes, whatever, that I'm just doing a onesie-twosie thing for, I can send through the rear. And the color on this is fabulous. The color is actually, I could do a whole video on this printer, so I'm not going to go into any further details on it, but I love the printer, and I think if you don't have a printer and you're in the market for one, that's a good choice. Anyway, thanks for joining, and I'll talk to you all soon.